Hey, this is Terry with Total Fit Gym and Total Life Pursuit, coming to you with a little bit of advice for older people. Now, if you're a younger person, you're going to be older, so listen up, okay? But if you are older, you need to listen up. This isn't all about getting ripped, you know. That's not what I do. There's other video blogs that do that. It's all about getting ripped and cussing when you're lifting weight and, you know, manly He-Man stuff. So here's the deal though. As you get older, don't quit working out. In fact, work out a little more. Listen, I got a few things for you. Number one, speed, agility, quickness, and balance. We don't do it anymore. When we were kids, we walked on walls, we walked on curbs, we walked on fences. We did all kinds of things that forced us to maintain good balance. Proprioceptive ability. It's a big word for knowing how to balance, okay, basically. Here's the deal. You've got to practice those things. You know, older people don't trip more. Older people aren't fast enough to catch themselves after they trip. How come? Well, because they don't use any fast footwork in anything they do. The fastest footwork an older person does is get into the bathroom. Man, I got to go. Anyways, I want you to use speed, agility, quickness, and balance drills in your weekly routine. That way, you will be practicing what you want to have in life. Don't all pro tennis, baseball, football players practice what they do on the field? Of course they do. So you have to practice what you want to do in life. If you still want to maintain some quickness, some agility, some balance, some speed, then you've got to train like it. Number two, strength training. You've got to do strength training. If you don't do strength training, I was about to say you're dumb. I don't want to insult you. It would not be a wise thing to not include strength training. Why? Because as you get older, your muscles, what? They leave you. They say goodbye. How come? Because you're not using them. You're not training them. You don't work on the farm. You know, if you're a construction worker, then you're probably still staying strong. If you're an office worker, you will be depleted in muscle mass. As you get older, you lose muscle mass and you decline in bone density. Women, listen up. Osteoporosis. It happens. And you can't just take a calcium supplement and think you're going to reverse that. I'll tell you what you do, strength training, weight-bearing exercise, especially free weight, which means you're going to have to get over to the free weight section with all the He-Men. Whoa! And get with them. And you don't have to lift what they lift. You don't have to lift how they lift. In fact, I'd probably recommend not lifting how they lift. They probably have terrible form. If you have not been doing it thus far and you really don't know what you're doing, get a personal trainer and have them show you a good routine and force you to have fantastic form. There's a couple of other things. You decline in many things in your aging. HGH is one of them, human growth hormone, very, very important. And guys, you decline in, guess what it is? It's coming. Wait a second, it's on the tip of my tongue. Testosterone. How do you produce more HGH and more testosterone? Lift weights. That's how you do it. Strength training and HIIT training. That's right, HIIT training. High intensity interval training boosts HGH up to 500% and testosterone up to 700%. Are you getting this? If you have low testosterone levels and you've gone to the doctor and now you're on some kind of testosterone synthetic nonsense, get into the gym. Your body will respond and you'll have testosterone levels that are fantastic. HIIT training also improves your cardiovascular system in a short amount of time. You don't have to work out for 45 minutes or an hour. You can actually go to the gym, do a HIIT training, or do it at home, and you can be done in 16 to 20 minutes. Listen, you can do this thing. But here's the thing about HIIT training. You do have to work up to it. If you're old and you haven't been working out, you cannot do HIIT training. You can't do intense interval training. Why? Because it'll kill you. I mean, your bones, your joints, everything will be just like, I'm never gonna exercise again. That's what you'll be like. So I don't want you to do that. You gotta work up into very good shape and then you can do your HIIT training. One more thing before I go, get your mind right. The whole thing about you know, I'm just too old to do that. I'm too old to do that. I'm too old to do that. Nonsense. You're not too old to do that. Get up on those monkey bars and climb across them like you were a young person, or up on the rings and swing, or do things that you used to be able to do. You can train to do that. You're not too old. Now, I'm not talking about, you remember when I was a kid, I would jump off our roof at home for fun. We'd get up there, not like we were hanging Christmas lights or getting a Frisbee down. Well, we could have been getting a Frisbee down. But I would just jump off the roof because it was fun. But I don't shy away from exercise because of my age, or activity because of my age. As a matter of fact, I proudly do every activity that I did when I was young. Why? Because I work out. Age is not my enemy. It brings wisdom. So this is Terry, the old guy, coming to you. Total Fit Gym, Total Life Pursuit. You get out there and exercise.